and welcome to anyone who's viewing this video on the Ladies Home Journal blog Gloss Daily. It's great to have you here. My name's Emily, and in this video we'll be talking about all things false eyelashes. I really wanted to do a video taking you through the process from the absolute start, which means actually picking out your false eyelashes, to finish when it comes to taking them off, storing them, and keeping them nice for future uses. You can actually get multiple uses out of one pair of false eyelashes if you take care of them. And of course we'll also cover how to put the darn things on, because I know a lot of people are a little bit intimidated by the process, and I really was too at first. It was years before I actually took the plunge and decided I'm going to try to put some of these on. But once I did, I realized that it can be the single quickest and most effective way to take you from everyday to glamorous. So first off, what you need. Some false lashes, that's kind of the no-brainer here. Also an adhesive to apply them, and when we get into cleaning them off and caring for them, you're going to want some oil-free eye makeup remover. Now if you start looking at false eyelashes in the store, you're probably going to notice kind of an overwhelming selection. So if you are looking for really natural false eyelashes, a couple of good kinds are the Ardell or Salon Perfect. These two brands pretty much sell a lot of the same styles, but look for the Ardell or Salon Perfect number 53. They're probably one of the most natural looking false lash styles. And also the 110. That's another one that might give you a little more thickness to your natural lashes, but not a whole lot of extra length. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more dramatic, but still not over the top, I would look at the Salon Perfect or Ardell Demi Wispies. That's the kind I'm wearing now and the kind that you'll see demonstrated in this video. They've got a nice flared look, a little extra length on the ends, and I think it just gives you a great, almost like a cat eye effect without having to worry about winged liner. If you're looking to go really, really dramatic, I recommend the Ardell Double Ups. That's basically two bands of false eyelashes layered with one another, but you can still put them on in one easy step, and those are very thick, very long. I mean, they are just intense, but they're really pretty too. You also may see individual false lashes, little bitty false lash bundles. I'm not demonstrating that in this video. I just feel like the lash band for me, and what I've noticed on other people, it can give you the greatest impact, and there are so many styles you can still look very natural even with just false lashes on a band. There are a lot of great glues out there as well. The one that I like to use best and that I think is really easy, especially if you're just starting out, is the Revlon Precision Lash Adhesive. It comes with a wand that has a little brush tip, so you can just brush it directly on your lash band, and it dries fairly quickly, so it just speeds up the whole lash applying process, I think. And also you want to make sure again that you have the oil-free eye makeup remover, because if you have one that does include oil, it can cause some problems for you down the road when you go to reuse your lashes that you've cleaned off. Just because the oil-based eye makeup remover can remove a lot of the product that might have gotten on your lashes, it's also really infusing them with oil and making them potentially harder to apply in the future. So when it comes to application, a couple of makeup related things you want to do first. I love to have a nice dark line of eyeliner on my lash line, because that's basically what our lash band of these false eyelashes is going to disappear into once you put them on. I personally also like to curl my lashes and apply some mascara first before I add in the false lashes. I just feel like I get a better blend that way. I have very straight lashes, and false lashes tend to have a really nice curve to them, so to make my own lashes really blend with that shape, I like to just give a quick coat of mascara and the curl before I even start with the false lash application. Now, false eyelashes are actually adhered to the packaging that they come in. They're not hard to get off, but you do want to be kind of careful so you don't lose any lashes off of the lash band in the process. So I like to take some tweezers, just kind of loosen up one end, and then kind of slowly pull them from the packaging. Then it doesn't hurt to, before you get any glue on the lashes, just sit them on your lash line and make sure they're not too long from left to right. If they are, you can easily trim a little bit off. Then you're going to apply your lash glue, and if you don't have a kind like this that has a nice wand applicator, you can just squirt some out onto a surface, onto a Kleenex, and use a Q-tip basically as your wand for your glue. But you're going to apply that all across the lash band, and you want a very small amount of of the glue. Too much will just basically make a mess on your lash line. So I like to go across the lash band and then sort of reinforce each end with just a little bit of extra glue. I find that if your lashes are going to start to come off, normally it's the ends that are the most susceptible. So add a little more glue there. Next, it's very important to wait and let that glue become just a little bit tacky before you put it on your eye. Otherwise, if you immediately go to put it on your lash line, it's going to kind of come right back off. It's not going to cling. So for most lash glues, you want to wait maybe 45 seconds to just let it get a little bit tacky. Don't get in the habit of blowing on your lashes to make them dry off quicker. If you ever do somebody else's makeup, they don't want to see you blowing on what's going on their eyes. Then I just grab the lashes right in the center, and if you have issues with this step, you can also use tweezers for this as well. But you've got your fingers right in the middle, and then I just align my fingers with the center of my eye. Then I just set them right on my eyeliner, and we're not trying to set these on our own natural lashes, but as close as possible on that eyeliner that we already put there. Once you get the center part down, then you just take each end and kind of tap it down, make sure it's attached, and then tap over lightly on the whole lash band to make sure every part of that has come in contact with skin. Then you can kind of blink onto your finger, and that makes sure that the lashes dry onto your eye in a nice upward fashion. Something you'll notice about this lash glue, and pretty much any kind you use, is that once it dries, it basically disappears. So when you feel like it is dry there on your lash line, I like to add just a little more mascara just to blend my lashes with the fake lashes. I don't use much, and I'm not raking my mascara wand all the way through because I got good length, you know. Once you put on the false lashes, you've probably got a lot of nice length. So just kind of practically blot it toward the base of your lash, and that way you can ensure that your real lashes and your fake lashes are as one. So there you go. Now you got great lashes, and just that one step can make such a big impact on your overall look. And it never hurts throughout the day to maybe keep a little lash glue with you just in case something happens and something starts to come loose. You can reapply, but I rarely have to do that. So now we've reached the end of the day, and it's time to take the false lashes off. And keep in mind, when we applied them, we really aimed for getting them on the eyeliner, not to get them on the lashes at all, but there's a chance that some of the glue could come in contact with the lashes. So I want to show you just the absolute most painless way of removing these. It's really not painful just to peel them off anyway, but just in case you got a little bit of glue in the wrong places, here's what to do. I'm taking some of my oil-free eye makeup remover, dipping a Q-tip in there, and then I'm going to just run this Q-tip right across my lash line. And you could also just, moisten a cotton round, with some of that remover and just hold it on your eye. But you can just run this right over the band. I'm going to do it on the other eye as well. And then I'm just grabbing the lash at the innermost part, and it comes right off. It really just comes off very easily, and then you're ready to get these cleaned off so you can store them. If the glue doesn't come off easily for you, you can just add a little bit more eye makeup remover to a Q-tip and run it over the band, and it'll help you peel off the glue even easier. But I find it comes off pretty well just with your fingernails, just good old-fashioned, go over it and pick that glue off. So we've still got some mascara on those lashes, because remember we put some on to help it bond with our natural lashes. So I'm just gonna get my Q-tip wet there again with some oil-free eye makeup remover, and I've got my lashes sitting here on a tissue, and I just run right over them with that Q-tip. You can see a lot of the product has come off, but you can kind of go over them again, see if there's any more. Didn't think we put much on, but you'll always see a little bit come off. And then you can use your clean side to kind of go over it and see that it is indeed clean. So there is your clean lash. Another kind of handy way to clean off false lashes are these little oil-free eye makeup remover pads. Almay makes them, and basically with this you just make a little taco out of the pad, and you can hold that over the lash, and that can really start to loosen up some of the mascara that's on there as well. Just kind of massage it a little bit, and then when you're done you can see so much product has been removed. kind of run over it with your Q-tip and get rid of any extra, and that can clean it off effectively as well. So once your lashes are nice and cleaned off, the best place to keep them is the container they came in. I like these containers because when you put your false lashes back, see how you're kind of sticking them back on that little curved area there, and it keeps them really nicely shaped. So if you've got a multi-pack, you may have this kind of setup. If you have a singular one, you might have that as well on the container. So that's it. I am now lashless, but I've got my lashes nicely stored here so I can reuse them, and that's something to keep in mind. Just because you sometimes do see lashes sold in these multi-packs, it doesn't mean you're just going to do one use every time and then throw it away. These are pretty good quality lashes. They've got a great band there, and a lot of times I find that as long as the band can keep that nice shape for you and the lashes keep that nice gentle curve that you expect them to have, you can reuse them multiple times. I've reused these, you know, up to a couple of weeks actually. Used the same pair just because I kept them cleaned off and I kept them stored back in their container. So hopefully that makes the whole false lash process a little bit easier for you. If you have any special tips and tricks, definitely share them in the comments section, or just shoot me a tweet and let me know your best tip for applying falsies. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.